Today on Focus with GK, I'm going to show you how to take this into this for studio lighting on location. Let's go. Okay, so I was working in Lightroom earlier today and I did a screen capture of a job, which I'm going to show you in a second. But I learned this a very long time ago that, first of all, whenever you're dealing with light sources, I'm trying to get this thing off of here. Whenever you're dealing with light sources, you're dealing with the quality of light you're actually working with. So the neat thing about working with flash is being able to manipulate it in the way that you need it to, depending on the location of where you are. I know that's a lot of words, but if you're always just pointing this thing at somebody, you're missing out hugely on beautiful quality of light. Let me explain. So if you don't have one of these guys, go in your house, go outside on the wall. Now remember, when you bounce off of anything, you're also reflecting the color of whatever it's bouncing off of. That can be a challenge on location, I'm very aware of that. But in this situation, which I'm going to show you, I was lucky enough to have a light gray wall. And if you know anything about gray, that the more light you add to it, it will get whiter. And gray is a neutral color, so gray to white is fantastic to bounce back. When you get into the color range of RGB and CMYK, that's when you have problems with the color of light coming back on somebody. So I learned this a long time ago. To change this light source, usually you need this. And when this goes on here, your light source becomes this big. And if you don't know this already, the larger the light source, the softer the light, the more wrap, the less dark shadows you have. They become very faint, and you still get a quality of light that you can work with, and you can sculpt a subject, whether it's food or a person or a car, doesn't matter. So the quality of light is going to be another video, which I'll be doing. But today, I'm going to show you how to take this, bounce it off of that wall. That whole wall becomes a light source. Now you've got a 6-foot softbox on location, as long as you have enough power of light hitting that wall. So, I'll be right back. Let's go to the video. Alright, boys and girls. Today, as I'm working on this session with a financial advisor, Mr. John Jen, an amazing financial advisor and human being. He's a great guy, man. He's been a family friend for a very long time. But what most concerned me is they gave me the challenge of doing some portraits at their actual office location. And if you ever try to bring your studio lights with you and try to reproduce what you can do in your studio on location, it's harder than it seems. Especially when you shoot like I do. I have learned over my years to use your environment the best you can. And I just want to show you something really quick. What I love so much about creating really good lit up portraits is, you see this highlight on the side? I love that highlight. I'll get it on either side depending on how I want to use it. But my goal with this light is, 1, for separation, and 2, look how that enhances his jawline, and it gives you shape, and it pulls the subject off of the background. It looks more 3D. So all of these things will come in other tutorials on my YouTube channel as far as how to light and why do you light the way we do. There are reasons for everything. But today, I want to show you how I got this, because honestly, it was a proud moment of mine the other morning when I went out and did this. So if you notice, this light you see back here, I'm actually hiding the flash in a little octagon softbox behind this wall, and I'm aiming it towards this wall. So what I decided to do was not put the stand right here and aim it at him, because that wouldn't have given me the same reaction that I got here. I actually have it hiding behind the wall, aiming it to the larger white wall, or close to white. When you blast it with light, it reflects back over here, and it gives me a much broader coverage. Look at that, all down his pant leg, up to the side. That's because this is now a softbox. I made a static wall a light source from how I'm bouncing. Now, you can't always do this because of your situations you're in and the aesthetics of where you are. This worked out fantastic for me because I was able to get that. So as I continue this session and moved him over a little bit, you can see, and all I would really do is bump up a little bit on here, and that's it. So this lighting over here is from another light that's scraping across the logo, which is getting over here. But this highlight is happening for two reasons. One, it's a little brighter than my main light, and the angle of reflectance is towards the camera, which makes it shine a little more. It will act more intense, if that makes any sense. So I will show you more of this later. This quick little video, I was just proud of how I got this. I know it seems minor, but you go create it yourself, and when you make it happen, you'll be just as happy as I was that you created something from nothing, and that is what makes you a pro. Okay, so as you can see, I'm super excited about learning everything you need to about not only your camera, not only your lenses, but learn about light the most. Because once you understand light and what you need to do to manipulate it, change it, use it for what it is, and expose for it correctly, you can honestly create anything you want to create. So, I hope you learned something today. Please leave something in the comments. If you have any questions, if you want to see a tutorial on something that I may be doing as a pro photographer here in New Orleans, I have taught pros all around the country for many years. I'm the guy you want to ask questions to, and since I'm an actual business, I'm going to tell you the reality and the truth of what is usable and what is not. So thank you for joining us today on Focus with GK. Subscribe if you're not already. Hit the bell so you know when I'm going to get when I post something, you'll be notified. And most importantly, pay it forward, because knowledge is power. You got to share it. That's how we all move forward. See you next time on Focus with GK. Peace!